lose someone you love, you may be overwhelmed as you grapple with grief. Clinical psychologist Shirley Ratner is here with help and hope in your time of loss. Dr. Ratner is with MetroHealth. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So what is normal with regard to grieving, or is there no such thing?
Yeah, there is no such thing as normal grieving. Everybody grieves differently. There are many factors that influence it. It could be personality, it could be the nature of the loss you're having, your faith, your background. So there is no such thing. The important thing is to acknowledge it and to find the right support for it.
Okay, and you've identified several misconceptions about grief that we should talk about. First one is, if you ignore the pain, it will go away faster.
Right, people often are encouraged to try to be strong during a time of loss. But the more that you deny your feelings about the loss, you tend to repress it, and it sometimes can get worse. So it's very important to acknowledge
the pain. Get it out
and
deal with it then.
Yes, exactly.
Another one seems to be sort of the opposite. If you're not crying, you're not grieving.
Right. Many people cry when they're grieving. Some people don't. It doesn't mean that their pain is less deep.
Okay. Third misconception is, well, you should be all done grieving in a year.
Right, exactly. A lot of people say that, and even about themselves. What's wrong with me? It's been a year already. Why am I not over this? There is no timeline. There's no time frame for grieving. It can take weeks, it could take months, it could take years for people. And you want to be able to go at your own pace and not listen to some time frame in your head or that other people give you.
Okay, so it could be ups and downs for a very long period of time.
That's right. Grieving is a roller coaster ride. Yes.
What's your advice for dealing with the roller coaster ride?
Right. Well, so the first thing is, the most important thing is to get support, because grieving is a very lonely process. And so people tend to sometimes, turn inward and think that others don't really understand what they're going through. So it's very important to lean on friends, family, tell people what you need, allow people to help you if they are offering you help. So that's very important. Don't grieve alone.
Okay. Get help with a therapist or something even?
So if you are having intense grief, a grief counselor or a therapist is important. A support group can be very helpful for people who want to talk to other people who are going through a similar kind of loss. Also, you could turn to your faith, turn to a synagogue, a church, a mosque, talk to a clergy, pray, meditate. All those are very, very important ways to take care of yourself and get the help that you need spiritually.
So get support, and that's important, but what do we do to help ourselves?
Right. So it's very, very important to consider self-care. Our mind and bodies are connected. So it's just as important as it is to take care of our mind, our emotional needs, we should also make sure that we're taking care of ourselves physically and creatively. So physically, make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're eating right, and exercising. And then in terms of taking care of yourself creatively, journal, do scrapbooking, join an organization and do work that honors the member that you have lost. So those are all very important things to try to do.
Has been great advice. The loss of a loved one can lead us into uncharted territory. Follow Dr. Ratner's advice to map your way to healing. And for more help, give her a call. The number's next.
To learn more, call MetroHealth at 216-778-7800 or visit their website, www.metrohealth.org.